Hey everybody, this is Mr. Tinoco. Just wanted to let you know that we are going to begin our distance learning this next week coming up. Technically, it's April 14th. We're supposed to be off that April 13th Monday, but I'm going to go ahead and just start it April 13th just to start at a fresh week. So when we do that, we're going to go ahead and continue using Google Classroom, and I'll still be using Remind to give you guys some info or send links or information. But new is our Mr. Tinoco's fourth grade distance learning 2020 website here. So I created this site that we're going to use for distance learning. So I will send you the link on Remind. I will also put it on Google Classroom. Okay. And I thought about how I was going to do this, whether I was just going to put a schedule on Google Classroom or whatever, but I figured this was better and for you guys and easier. That way you have one location to go to and get all your information. Google Classroom is good, but it's hard to keep up with the stream. Like if I keep putting assignments on there, it's moving, like a real stream, and so things get lost. So I will still put assignments on Google Classroom, but this will be easier to follow the site, okay? So make sure students are checking this daily. And so when you go to it, this is the homepage right here. Here's a little welcome message from me. And then I put a link for wideopenschool.org, which if you don't want to follow my schedule, this is actually a really good schedule that you can follow that has reading, activities, writing, PE stuff, all kinds of cool activities. So if you haven't checked that out, I had sent the link before, but you can see here, you can choose your grade levels for pre-K through 5. And there's a daily schedule on here that's really cool that you can follow. So it gives you, you click on 3 through 5, and there's a morning section, midday, afternoon, evening, and it's just cool little activities that you can do. So make sure you check that out. So when we start this distance learning thing, this is what's going to happen. Kids are going to go on here, and I put the subjects at the top right here. You see reading, math, writing, social studies, science, PE, art, and fun stuff. Now it is a work in progress right now, but I will be updating it all the time and adding stuff all the time. Obviously, every week I will be adding their schedule and assignments. So you'll go on here, and for example, here's reading. If you click on the actual reading tab up here, it'll take you to the reading page, and here's some information on here to let you know what we're going to be doing for reading. But the important thing is the schedule here. When you hover over reading, you're going to see each week underneath each subject. So right now I just have week 1, and I'm still working on that. But if you notice, when you click on week 1, it's going to take you to our schedule for week 1. Okay, and so here's week 1 reading, and it's going to explain at the top what we're going to be doing that week. And then I'll put resources on here. Here's our vocabulary slides on the left. I might put a video. I might put links to other videos of whatever we're learning about. But here's our schedule. So here it is, Monday, April 13th. This is what you have to do for reading. Okay, so I think it's a nice and simple way for the kids to just go on here and see what they're going to do for the day. And again, we're only doing, about 2 hours of work a day. Okay, anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. So again, I think it's pretty easy to just go on here and see what you're doing. Notice there's only 4 bullets on here. We're going to stick with kind of reading our novels for now and answering questions. I will be adding other things. But here's Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. Okay? And then I put a little there's a crossword puzzle if the kids want to print it out. So I'll put stuff like this on there also. Okay? But make sure they're checking this daily and reading, because I do put on here, go to Wonders app and do the character setting plot assignment. So This is to guide them. So they're going to be using Google Classroom, Clever to use our, whether a Cheat 3000 or Wonders app. There's going to be assignments on there. So that's where they're going to be doing their work. This is to give them a place to go to so they know what they're doing. It's their schedule, okay? There are going to be resources, videos, and maybe little activity sheets, but their actual assignments will be on Google Classroom, okay? So there's an example for reading. And then math, if I click on the actual math tab right here, it'll take me to our math page. And again, it'll explain what's going on for math. And I put the links on here, even though they're on Clever, they're on here also, and explain what each thing is. But again, the important thing is this, the weeks that will be below, the drop-down menus. So when you click on week 1, it shows chapter 9. That's what we're going to do. This is where we left off. So this week and then after next, the students are going to start getting new content, okay? So it's going to be really important that they go on here and check this information out, okay? So I'll put a little note at the top of what's going on this week. And then here's their schedule. So Monday, April 13th, and it tells them 1, 2 things to do, okay? And then I put a little tutorial video on the side. That way they can watch the tutorial and it'll help them out with what they're learning, okay? They can also go on the on-the-spot videos on the Go Math app and watch those if they need to, okay? But again, here's an example. Since we're starting this week, we're going to review a little bit. So we're going to review and practice 3 lessons. Number 1, watch the video on the left to review how we relate fractions to decimals. Then number 2, go on to Go Math and complete the following lessons. And because it's review, I'm having them do lessons 9.1, 9.2, and 9.3. But notice it's only 2 questions each. So it's a total of 6 questions. So it's pretty easy. So make sure they're going on there. And then Tuesday, it'll be the next thing. We're going to do lessons 9.4 and 9.5. We'll watch the video and then do the lessons on there. And then I'll add the rest later on for Wednesday through Friday. Friday, I will probably put a test, some kind of test on there. Now, we're still not allowed to grade them. I still might enter the grades somewhere, though. But, again, this is all still optional because we can't really make you guys do it from home. And some people might not have access to certain things. They still might not have a Chromebook or Wi-Fi at home. So, but I'm hoping you guys are doing this. You're going to need this for 5th grade, okay, in middle school. So please make sure you're doing the work. Writing, this is the writing tab. And for writing, this is going to be where we're going to practice our spelling and grammar. And so here's information on that. And then I put the writing journal reminder. That's on Google Classroom still, so kids can post daily on that. Eventually, we do need to do an opinion essay on here, so that'll be coming up later on, though. But again, if I hover over writing, here's writing week 1. So again, make sure you're clicking on those weeks. And so here's what they have to do for writing. I'm not as strict for this one because I'm not going to put a daily like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I'm only going to put a couple things on here. They can work on this at their leisure. So as long as they do it within the week, go practice your spelling words on Spelling City. This week I'm going to be on Unit 5, Week 1. And then the McGraw-Hill practice. There are 2 activities each week. Just make sure you do them sometime within the week. Okay? So Spelling City, McGraw-Hill, 2 activities. And then I'll put grammar practice also, which it'll be like the spelling. It'll be about 2 practice activities a week. Okay, so I put a little video on there so they can see what an adjective is, and then they'll do the practice. And I'll add right here what they're going to do on Wonders. Okay, so that's writing. Social studies. I'll do a separate video for this, but we're starting a new program for social studies. Just read the information here. This will be posted on Google Classroom. I had a student message me saying they couldn't get on, but it's only because they entered their whole email. The way they log on to Social Studies Weekly is they're just going to put their it's their Google account email, but minus the email stuff. So it's like their name, dot, last initial, dot, and their 4-digit number, and that's it for the username. And then the password is their Google account password. So they should be going on there and doing this for social studies. I'll probably just do like one lesson a week, so they can do that at their leisure also. Um, but yeah, make sure they're putting in the correct username and password. They do have accounts on there. And this is great for reading practice also. Okay, in addition to learning their social studies standards that they should be learning. Science is blank right now. Eventually it'll be like social studies where I'm just going to put about a lesson a week or every 2 weeks really. It'll probably be a mystery science lesson that I'll link on here. Okay, and then I even have a PE page where I'll just put some links on here. Because the students are supposed to be doing 100 weeks of PE. So I'll just put links on here that they can go to and check out. And you guys on your own too can do stuff at home. Okay? And then I put an art and fun stuff page, which I'll add links later on. And I'll, again, this is a work in progress. Okay? But anyways, I just want to give you a heads up here what's going on. So again, kids should be on here every day once we get going. And they should still be going on Google Classroom. We're still going to post all of our assignments on here. Okay? And then, of course, Clever. This is where they're going to go on to Go Math. And then, again, the J Tinoco's page. And I'm still going to assign them Achieve 3000 and McGraw-Hill stuff. So these are important here. They can still go on these other apps for extra practice. And then same with math. Oh, and Zern. They're going to start using the Go Math, but they also need to do the Zern. And I will put the information on the website and also on Google Classroom to remind them which lesson we're on. So once we start the new lesson for Go Math, I will put the same lessons that correspond with that on Zern also. Okay, because that way they're getting some extra practice. And Zern has the video tutorials that are really good that actually teach them the concept. All right, so that's it. So please check out our site, our distance learning site. And if you have any questions, as always, just message me on Remind or you can email me. And again, hopefully you're all staying safe at home. All right. And again, don't forget 1 to 2 hours, and the rest of the time, relax, enjoy, watch Netflix, play video games. Not too much. But, balance. Have a good balance at home. All right, guys. Take care, everybody.